you knew it was going to be ugly. I mean, that defense was number one rush defense in the league. They added a couple more pieces, and so for the Saints, it was going to be a grind, and I'm okay with that. I know Bobby at halftime, maybe wanted some more big plays, and the Saints, you had some opportunities. They had some opportunities too, and they didn't connect. But look, it's a win, it's a victory, and sometimes you have to learn how to win. You have to learn how to be successful, and the Saints were successful today. And so there's some things that they can definitely clean up. You talk about from a penalty standpoint, had a holding there right there at the end by Rashid. You had the interception by Carr. You had the opening fumble of the game, and the Saints were able to overcome a lot of those. You had only 45 penalty yards, but at the same time, I think it was when those penalties kind of happened and occurred as well.
You mentioned the one interception for Derek Carr, Deuce, but overall a decent outing for the QB, 25 of 33 passing, 305 yards, and that touchdown to Rashid Shaheed. Did get sacked 4 times, though.
Yeah, and all those sacks, if I remember correctly, they were in the first half, and so if they weren't, the Saints did a lot better job, particularly with the 2-minute drive in the first half. Now that was you still had the interception on that drive, but I think that they did a better job of just helping you tackle out. If my back is not the primary guy, he has to understand and know that I just have to have presence. I don't have to be the first guy out. And the other thing is using that tight end as just a guy that's going to chip. If he is not going to be the guy that the ball is going to, use him as a chip. It doesn't matter about the other receivers that you have if you can't block them up front. So I mean, that's just help him out. I mean, it doesn't. Who does it lessens more from a play caller standpoint or an offensive staff standpoint if a guy is struggling and we can't figure out how to help him out? I mean, it's not hard.
Quite an impressive showing from the Fleur-de-Lis D Week 1, basically picking off, I guess you could say, from last year, pitching a shutout, whereas they didn't let a team at least into the end zone today. The Titans got a couple field goals, but overall, too, the Saints able to take the ball away 3 times this game, something we weren't seeing last season.
You definitely didn't see it last season. He only had 7 turnovers, and that has been the theme for this team, not only this spring but this training camp, was being able to come up with interceptions. And so to have that many today and probably got your hands on another 3 passes where they should have been picks, and it's impressive. And so they have to continue to build on it. I know, Lattimore, we talked about him leaving a little bit. He was able to come back in. Alontae Taylor left. He was able to come back in. Isaac Yedem, he comes in, makes a play. Hugo Amadi comes in, he makes a play. And so guys are just stepping up and making plays. And so when your number's being called, you got to come in and make a play. Paulson Adebo, he comes up with the interception. Now what you're concerned with is some of the wide open guys running down the field. I mean, on the flea flicker, you see Double D, DeMario being able to recover, but that's one of the safeties on one of the third down plays that they had. I mean, the Saints I don't know if it was Banjo or what the coverage was, but you just had a wide open guy, and then you look at the Tyjae Spears throw up the sideline. I mean, we just let him go, and so they didn't connect on those 3 type of big plays, but at some point teams are going to run those formations or those style plays, and we can't allow them to be open, and we can't let them let that happen again.